Part 3 of the single thing that I credit the most to bringing my marriage from like dry and unenjoyable to like thriving and healthy and robust. So I was saying we learned this twice a week. We connect in a way where it's like an emotional connection. You're vulnerable, you're compassionate, there's this exchange with this goal at the end of being physically intimate by the end of the night, because it really changes the way you talk to someone when you know that's what you are going to be doing. You can't be physically intimate with someone after emotionally scarring them. The intimacy has to carry over. Once we figured that out, it changed the whole way we were able to connect in those nights. Now here's the other really important thing. We learned in those counseling sessions that whatever your partner is sharing, it's not so much about what exactly they're sharing. My husband asked the counselor, he's like, what do I do if my wife is super triggered and super upset at me? Like, how do we get to a place where she's not there anymore if this comes up and it reminds her of this? And the counselor goes, the goal is not to get rid of those triggers. Those triggers are your best tool. Two people bond and connect when one person shares a hurt and the other person responds compassionately towards that person. It builds trust, it builds understanding, it builds this sense of safety in the relationship. He goes, those triggers, your wife coming to you with a pain, you should get excited about that. This is my time to rise up and be the man she needs me to be, and to listen and validate and not get defensive and come around her and comfort her, which will inevitably bring closeness in a relationship. If you have vulnerable sharing and compassionate responding from both sides, you can't be emotionally disconnected. You will feel so safe with that person. It takes practice. And especially in the compassionate responding part, not getting defensive, not turning it around and making it about you, but just listening and like, wow, I had no idea you felt that way. That sounds incredibly hard. Thank you for sharing that. And giving a hug. Something as simple as that. It is hard to do if you spent your whole life not doing that. It's worth the work though. It can transform your marriage. Literally the number one thing that we've done that has changed everything in our marriage. I hope you try it. I hope you do it twice a week. I hope you give it at least 6 months, because it's going to be hard in the beginning. I hope you practice compassionate responding, and I hope that you can feel that pressure decreasing over time, like the tires slitting. You feel it getting easier and easier until eventually you're just talking about really simple things that makes you feel super connected every week.